Yesterday I celebrated my 22nd birthday. And before you say it, I know I'm getting old. No need to remind me. However, that day caught me off guard. If I'm being completely honest, it wasn't as I'd expected it. Let me give you guys some context as to what happened. So, I woke up to a literal storm outside. Not to mention a headache. Now, to go alongside that, no electricity, no water, and my phone had died the night before. And to top it off, because of course we can't leave out dessert, bellyache decided to keep me company. Yeah, I refer to it as a literal person because that's how it felt. To say I was upset would be a gross understatement, and we Jamaicans have a term we use. I don't know if we still use this word, but I'm assuming we do. Bringle. I embodied that word that day. I couldn't understand why. Why today? Of all the days in the year, why this day? Why on my birthday? I'm ashamed to say I argued with God that morning. Now, in the midst of my complaining, in the midst of me being completely livid, upset, a thought ran through my mind. One word, single word, ungrateful. Completely stopped in my tracks. Got me thinking. Despite no electricity, I had a warm bed to sleep in. Despite no water, my house wasn't leaking. Despite the painful headache, and it was painful. It was. I still had life. Also, the ability to feel pain, which a lot of persons don't have. I was there complaining, but I had more than enough to give God thanks for. I was bickering, making all the excuses to justify my behavior. My minor, my small, minute. I'm finding all those little words. Inconveniences I had. But now, as I sit here talking to you guys, looking back, I can honestly and humbly, and I'm not saying humbly lightly, I can humbly say that was one of the best birthdays I've ever had. Why? Because that day I learned something valuable from God, which allowed me to steer my perspective into one of thoughtfulness and humility. I understand that things may not go the way I want it to, but it could very well be worse. There are a lot of persons out there who are in worse situation than I am, and you wouldn't even hear how can I say it? I'm not gonna say that because you'd write that. You won't even hear I can't find the word to you won't even hear from them. So why am I, who have more than enough to give thanks for, complaining? And in the midst of our inconveniences, there will be lessons. And I implore each and every one of you to be open to learning them. May very well change your life and your perspective.